just like yesterday, we are so excited to be in high school. As if just a few weeks ago, we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. September 5th, 2006, we were all herded into this very room. Assigned to sections based on our class, we were scrutinized by the upperclassmen as we attempted to hide our adrenaline rushes, some of us very awkwardly, of what was to come. We were warmly welcomed, told to be quiet, and then taught the We've Got Spirit cheer. The seniors started this traditional cheer, all yelling, "We've got spirit, yes we do, we've got spirit, how about you?" They pointed to the juniors, who were even louder, and they passed the cheer into the sophomore class, which, as we all know, always had by far the most spirit. Then it was our turn. We stood there, each and every one of us, and just stared silently back at the sophomore class, pointing their fingers at us from across this room. Right then, 25 minutes into what would be my 4-year high school career, I realized we were different. I laughed, you laughed, Mrs. Baker did not laugh. The laughter continued. We had fantastic times as freshmen experiencing all the new and exciting high school activities, from the lip syncs to the dress-up days to the crowning of multiple kings and queens of various dances. We bonded with our teammates and figured out our teachers. And when it came down to it, we made some of our best friends and craziest memories. We transformed from awkward freshmen to obnoxious sophomores to overly busy juniors and finally to slacking and overconfident seniors. But it doesn't stop there. We learned so much. We learned all about how to schnitzel from Mr. Boyd and how to drive a car and how to handle an all-day lockdown by finding the nerve to pee in the greenhouse and garbage cans and even our pants. We applied for jobs in colleges. For the first time in our lives, we were making decisions that would shape our futures. It was exciting and exhausting, yet we made it. We endured the late nights cranking out overdue papers and the late nights when we should have been doing just that. We persevered through the school days that felt like they took a year and the wild weekends that felt as if they had lasted an hour. We made it. We pulled through. This class of graduating seniors is the most diverse group of people I have ever had the pleasure of belonging to. And I say pleasure because honestly, I am certain I never would have survived the past 4 years here without the classmates that are sitting before me. So here I am. I survived. In fact, I got straight A's, and somehow that means I possess the ability to sum up in a 5-minute, all-inclusive speech what each of you have experienced and learned in the last 4 years, all the while weaving in highlights to remember and making me laugh. And I'm supposed to personally relate this to all 230 of you, some of which have become my best friends, of these that I've known since preschool, and others that I met this past semester. Some of you have been my classmates, teammates, boyfriends, ex-boyfriends, and gym partners. Some of you are artists. Some of you are quarterbacks. Some of you are directors, actors, and backstage managers. Among you are those who possess the talent of turning bad days into great days, and others are the best listeners one could ever ask for. Some of you will become great book editors and movie directors, business owners, doctors, and horseback riders. Some of you will grow up to save lives, and others will be heroes just by coincidence. And a few of you will just do daily routines that are appropriate for you. Class of 2010, I have been given an assignment I cannot complete. I have no idea how to declare the conclusions each of you have drawn personally and collectively as a class here at Lakeland. Like I said, you're the most diverse group of people I've ever belonged to, thus making this speech all the more difficult. What I can do, however, is recognize what you have taught me and how this has changed who I am today and who I will be even 20 years from now. Fellow classmates, you have taught me the importance of enjoying the journey. And by enjoying the journey, I mean the essential aspect in life of letting go a little bit and having fun. Obviously, there are times to be serious and buckle down. But because of you, I'm starting to find that these times are more rare than those in which you should allow yourself to simply celebrate life. As a result of your free-spirited attitude, I've learned that it is fine to let loose and forget to read assignments, accidentally spend your night having a conversation with an old friend on Facebook, or to take a mental health day once in a while and relax on the boat. When I'm happy, I get more done. When I'm happy, I can listen more closely. And when I'm happy, I'm happy. And I've found that that alone makes all the difference. This journey we metaphorically relate to life can and will be entirely different for each and every one of us. The journey could last only a few more years or 90 more. It could be the windiest, dirtiest, bumpiest road you could have ever imagined, or it could be worse. The fact of the matter is, no one knows. Not our parents, not our teachers, not our best friends, and especially not ourselves. So do what you love, and cherish the time spent with whom you love, and become someone you love, so that no matter where your life takes you, you will be happy and ready for everything. Which brings me to my second major lesson you've taught me during the past years at LUHS. Our class motto states, forget the potholes in the road and enjoy the journey instead. The reality is that the journey of life for everyone will have these so-called potholes. But despite what the banner says, it would be very destructive to forget all these challenges, because the things that go wrong in life teach us what we can overcome. We discover how strong we are, and how to cope with situations that are less than pleasant. By remembering the mistakes and challenges we have faced the last 18 years of our lives, I guarantee we will be more apt to recognize the upcoming potholes and prove to ourselves that we learn to avoid them. Just like what Confucius said over 2,500 years ago, our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Preschool prepares us for kindergarten. Middle school prepares us for high school. High school prepares us to be independent and successful adults. I have seen the transformation that has taken place since September 5th, 2006, and it is miraculous. We have made mistakes, each and every one of us, but we have also learned and learned again from them. At this respect, I strongly believe that we, both as a class and as individuals, are ready to graduate. Now, doesn't that sound awesome to hear? After spending nearly a quarter of our lives thus far in this building, it is finally time to leave. We have written 79 essays. We have spent 16 hours playing ultimate frisbee in gym class. We have brought rowdy crowds to 40 home football games. We girls have spent 42 hours preparing for 4 homecomings, 4 winter balls, and 2 proms. We have had a mere 4 snow days. On average, all of us have spent 5,328 hours sitting in class, and 72 hours outside of class when we should have been in school. Andrew McFerrin has gotten his horn taken away 14 times at 9 different hockey games. There have been 7 car accidents in the parking lot, and even one by the stoplight. 640 forks have been thrown away in the lunchroom. We have had to hear the bell ring 50,186 times, and each of us has had at least one very interesting experience with Randy from Walmart. That's for sure. But it has been a good one. We have messed up and wanted to give up, but not a single one of us did. As we move on, there will be so many memories which we will carry with us for a while. Sergio's lip sync dance, the Teddy Beach climbing trips, Jake Gessel's summer meal, and the Latin ending songs Mrs. Logan made us sing over and over again. But we will not dwell on who broke up with whom, or the bad test grades, or our class schedules, or the sports games we lost. In fact, we will only cherish the experiences and the people who have helped us realize who we are and what we can achieve. We all owe our unrestrained gratitude to those who helped encourage us to reach our greatest potentials, our community and our school's administration who enabled us to have such an outstanding learning environment, our teachers who taught us more than we will ever realize, and our families who believed in us. Now, today, we begin the rest of our lives. The beauty of this time is that we are entirely in control of whether we want to have a future full of joy and exciting memories and happiness, or whether we want to just drift through the motions. So go lead lives brimming with laughter, forgiveness, and the courage to believe in yourself. Continue teaching people valuable lessons like the one you taught me. Never forget what you learned and those who taught you. Life will never be perfect, so embrace the potholes. Keep in mind that you only live once. And always remember what Leo Tolstoy once said, if you want to be happy, be. Let's graduate.